But I remember having a conversation with my husband. I remember it so well. It was, it was winter. It was probably about February. My son was born in May. So, you don't really think of postpartum so many months later. And I remember just being like, you're gonna leave me. Is our marriage okay? Is everything? I remember the darkness outside and the cold, and it was awful.
Yes.
It was really awful.
Hi, I'm Tara Parsons, a registered nurse with the Monarch Center. Postpartum blues, baby blues, postpartum depression. You may have heard the terms, but do you know what they mean? Or what to do if you or someone you know is experiencing it? We have psychiatrist Dr. Gandhi with us today to talk about postpartum mental health. Welcome, Dr. Gandhi.
Thank you.
So let's start with baby blues. Can you talk about the postpartum blues, please?
In the days and weeks following the birth of your baby, it's normal to experience many different emotions. Up to about 80% of mothers experience temporary emotional distress within the first 3 to 5 days after delivery. This is often referred to as postpartum blues or baby blues. There are both physical and emotional reasons for this. There's a sudden drop in hormone levels in the mother's body after giving birth. Some of the symptoms of baby blues can include restlessness, irritability, tearfulness, fatigue, feeling discouraged and helpless. These feelings are normal and usually start a few days after the baby's birth. They only last for a few days, but definitely not more than 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm. We spoke to some new parents about how they felt emotionally in the days and months after the birth of their baby. Here's what they had to say.
Yeah, I remember a few nights where you were very down and discouraged in the first couple weeks, but we got through those days.
Day 4 is the craziest, most emotional day I think that a person can have, whether it's a mom or dad or...
Right after birth, I felt I had a hard time connecting with my child. It's funny because you bring it home and it really can't do anything. And it took me a long time to be able to bond with it.
So what are some things that new parents can do if they are experiencing baby blues?
If you are experiencing the baby blues, treatment includes acknowledging the new parent's feelings as normal and expected behavior, crying and talking with partner and or other family members, asking for help, and being aware of the community resources. Postpartum blues usually end spontaneously within 2 weeks without intervention.
So what happens if the feelings of sadness go beyond a few weeks?
If the feelings of sadness do go on beyond a few weeks, then there are several things that you can actually do. We know that between 10 to 25% of women will experience a more profound feelings of sadness. When feelings of sadness persist for more than a few weeks or are having an impact on daily activities, it may be postpartum depression, and it's important to seek help. It can happen shortly after having a baby or many months later. Mm-hmm. Symptoms of postpartum depression include problems with concentration, loss of interest in normal activities, changes in sleep, appetite, a lack of positive emotions, feelings of being unable to cope, feelings of anxiety, difficulty making decisions, thoughts of harming oneself, the baby, or others, and even thoughts of death.
And I think just getting out and being with other moms is really beneficial, so that you don't feel so alone, because you can really get caught up, I guess, especially if you have your baby in the winter, which we did with our first, is just kind of get cooped up in your house, which can be challenging, so don't be afraid to get out and use the resources.
I remember when winter set in and it started getting dark at 4 o'clock. And I was off work, so I wasn't really leaving the house. It was my first baby. I didn't leave the house much because every time we got in the car, he cried. So I was a bit of a, I was kind of homebound with him. And so, yeah, I did. I got really kind of paranoid and anxious. And I remember being really lonely. And people would reach out to me, but I wasn't really taking anybody up on their offers, which is, again, you kind of get into this spiral.
So my emotion was mainly mixed. I was happy that I have a baby. I was sad, one, because I was alone. Like the loneliness, the isolation. My family is not here, and my husband had to work every day because he was the only one for making money. Like, we have to eat. So when he's gone in the morning, it's just me and the house and the baby.
If you talk to people about it, other moms, get a mommy group. I had just 2 other friends who were off at the same time as me with my son, and we met every week.
Do you ever see partners who are experiencing postpartum depression?
Absolutely. Partners can also experience postpartum depression. It can happen anytime during the pregnancy or after the birth or adoption of a baby. If left untreated, postpartum depression in mom and/or her partner can result in damaging long-term issues for the entire family. But with treatment and support, you can get better.
So what can a new parent do if they are experiencing postpartum depression?
So if you are experiencing postpartum depression, there are many things available to pursue. You can talk to your partner, your family, or your friends about how they are feeling. You can ask for help. Make sure to rest as much as possible. Join support groups or go to counseling. Contact your healthcare provider. Call 613-PARENTS or 613-727-3687 to speak with a public health nurse about any concerns or questions, or to ask for a visit from the public health nurse from the Healthy Babies, Healthy Children program. You can see a public health nurse at Parenting in Ottawa drop-ins. You can see the locations and times for these drop-ins at parentinginottawa.ca. You can also call the Ottawa Distress Center for Ottawa and the region at 613-238-3311, or call the Telehealth Ontario at 1-866-797-0000. They have a registered nurse who's available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
That's great. So what about family and friends? What can they do to support someone with postpartum depression?
Well, don't assume that everything is okay. Learn the signs of postpartum depression and be alert for them. Help and support the individual. Offer to do household chores, go to appointments, and make sure he or she has had enough to drink and eat. Be ready to listen and encourage them to talk about how they're feeling, and encourage them to get help.
If anyone ever comes over and they say they want to help, just say, yes, please.
Yes.
I'm going to go take a nap for 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
100%.
And then,
If they want to do dishes, let them do dishes.
but while they're doing the dishes, go and take a nap.
And like I said, for me, the biggest thing was getting enough sleep, so I didn't feel overwhelmed. Because I think without eating and sleeping properly, you can easily feel overwhelmed. And then I think that's when things start to get more difficult.
I will tell them that no knowledge is wasted. So when you are pregnant, don't keep it to yourself. Don't lock yourself inside the house. Talk to people. Ask questions. If you see new parents or old parents, ask them, what was your experience? What was your child doing? Attend prenatal classes. Read books. Check videos online. It creates your awareness and it gives you ideas on what to do, what to expect.
And for me, the hardest part was letting go of the way things were. And it was actually my mom. I'm so thankful for her. I love her so much. I was really struggling after my first, and again, probably some postpartum stuff there. And she was listening to me talk, and she said to me one day, she said, "You are fighting for your old life." And it was like, she gave me tough love that only a mom can give, and she said, once you let go of that and realize your life is never going to be the same, things are going to change and it's going to get easier.
Thanks so much, Dr. Gandhi, for your time today.
You're very welcome.
So, as we discussed, there are many resources in the area where you could get help. Here they are listed here for mental health.